Your body always warns you when your hormones are shifting, but most women don't recognize the early signs. Long before your period becomes irregular, long before PMS worsens, long before weight, mood, or energy feel off, your hormones send small, subtle messages. These early clues often show up as changes in sleep, hunger, skin, stress tolerance, digestion, mood, and even temperature. The problem? These symptoms are so easy to dismiss that women often blame themselves, thinking they're tired, busy, overreacting, or just getting older. But these tiny shifts are actually your endocrine system waving a flag, telling you estrogen, progesterone, cortisol, thyroid hormones, or insulin need support. In this video, you'll learn the earliest warning signs of hormone imbalance, why they happen, and how to spot the hidden patterns before they turn into bigger problems. 1. Irregular or changing periods. Your cycle's first warning signal. If your period has suddenly become earlier, later, heavier, lighter, or simply unpredictable, your body is not being difficult. Your cycle is your first and most reliable hormone report card, and when something changes, even slightly, it's almost always because one or more hormones are shifting behind the scenes. Irregular periods are one of the earliest signs of hormonal imbalance, often appearing months or even years before other symptoms show up. Understanding these changes can help you catch problems early and rebalance your hormones naturally. Why your cycle changes when hormones are off. A healthy menstrual cycle depends on the smooth rise and fall of estrogen, progesterone, cortisol, thyroid hormones, and insulin. When one of these becomes unstable, your cycle shifts. Here's how each hormone contributes. 1. Estrogen swings. Heavy flow, short cycles, PMS worsening. If estrogen rises too high or fluctuates wildly, cycles shorten. PMS worsens. Periods become heavier, cramps intensify, breast tenderness appears. This is common in stress-filled months or in early perimenopause. 2. Low progesterone, spotting, anxiety, short cycles. Progesterone stabilizes your cycle. When it drops due to stress, poor sleep, or weak ovulation, cycles become shorter than 26 days. Spotting shows up, PMS becomes emotional, sleep worsens. This is one of the most common early hormone imbalance patterns. 3. Thyroid issues, long cycles, or missed periods. Thyroid hormones regulate ovulation. When they're low or sluggish, cycles stretch beyond 35 days. Ovulation becomes inconsistent. Fatigue increases, mood and energy drop. Thyroid changes often get missed until cycle symptoms show up. 4. Cortisol, stress hormone, delayed or missing periods. High stress suppresses ovulation. When cortisol rises, your period may come late. Your cycle becomes unpredictable. PMS intensifies. Cravings and irritability worsen. This is your body prioritizing survival over reproduction. 5. Blood sugar imbalance, heavier flow, and PMS. Insulin affects estrogen activity. If your meals are unbalanced or irregular, PMS worsens. Cravings increase. Mood swings intensify. Bleeding may become heavier. Blood sugar balance is often the missing link women overlook. Common cycle changes. Women ignore but shouldn't. If you notice any of these, your hormones may be imbalanced. Shorter cycles, 24 to 26 days or less. Longer cycles, 35 plus days. Spotting before your period. Heavier flow than usual, lighter flow with more cramps, worsening PMS, stronger cravings, cycle skipping, or unpredictability. These patterns are early messages, not normal aging. How to support a healthy, predictable cycle. You can help regulate your cycle naturally with gentle habits. Stabilize blood sugar, protein plus fiber plus healthy fats at meals. Prioritize sleep to support ovulation. Reduce daily stress triggers through short, calm moments. Eat enough, especially earlier in the day. Add magnesium and omega-3 rich foods. Avoid excessive HIIT during irregular cycles. Support your thyroid, selenium, iodine in safe amounts, protein. Small changes in your lifestyle can bring your cycle back into rhythm. Your period is the earliest and clearest sign of hormone imbalance. When estrogen, progesterone, cortisol, thyroid hormones, or blood sugar shift, your cycle reflects it immediately. Paying attention to these early changes helps you respond before symptoms get worse and empowers you to support your hormone balance naturally and effectively. 2. Unpredictable mood swings. When emotions change faster than you can explain. If you feel perfectly fine one moment and irritated, tearful, overwhelmed, or unusually sensitive the next, that emotional whiplash is not a personality flaw. It's one of the earliest and most ignored signs that your hormones are shifting. Most women blame themselves for being moody, but sudden emotional swings are often your brain reacting to subtle hormone imbalances long before physical symptoms appear. Mood swings aren't random, they're hormonal messages. Why mood swings happen before any other symptom? Your brain responds to hormone changes faster than the rest of your body. That's why emotional symptoms show up before PMS changes, before period shifts, and even before perimenopause is obvious. Here's what's happening behind the scenes. 1. Estrogen fluctuations. Affect serotonin and dopamine. Estrogen boosts mood-regulating chemicals. When it rises and falls unpredictably, which is common in stress, early cycle imbalance, or perimenopause, your mood reacts instantly. Signs include irritability, sudden sadness, overwhelm, reduced motivation, emotional sensitivity, feeling off for no reason. These shifts are biochemical, not personal. 2. Low progesterone reduces calmness. Progesterone is your natural anti-anxiety, anti-inflammatory, sleep-promoting hormone. When progesterone dips, your patience decreases, anxiety increases, stress feels heavier, sleep worsens, everything feels more emotional. Low progesterone doesn't always cause cycle changes first, it often causes mood changes first. 3. High cortisol makes emotions feel intense. Stress hormones amplify everything. When cortisol is high, you react faster. Small problems feel bigger, you feel mentally stuck. Mood drops as soon as you get hungry. Irritability hits out of nowhere. Cortisol is one of the most under-recognized causes of mood symptoms in women. 4. Blood sugar swings trigger emotional surges. If your meals are unbalanced or irregular, you may experience mood crashes, shakiness, anger or irritability, crying spells, sudden exhaustion, difficulty concentrating. Many women mistake blood sugar symptoms for emotional instability. 5. Thyroid shifts affect mood before any physical symptom. Low or sluggish thyroid function causes low mood, fatigue, brain fog, slow thinking, apathy. These are often the first signs of thyroid imbalance. Early mood-related signs. Your hormones are misaligned. You may notice you're more sensitive right before your period. You cry more easily. Stress hits harder than it used to. Motivation dips suddenly. You overthink things that never bothered you. Irritability appears quickly. Mornings feel emotionally heavy. You don't feel like yourself. These are hormonal, not personal. How to stabilize mood. Naturally, doctor-approved habits. 1. Eat within 1 hour of waking. Prevents cortisol spikes and emotional crashes. 2. Build balanced meals. Protein plus fiber plus healthy fats equals stable mood. 3. Don't skip meals. Hunger-triggered mood swings are extremely common. 4. Prioritize sleep. Emotional resilience collapses when sleep is inconsistent. 5. Reduce caffeine on an empty stomach. Stops cortisol surges that lead to irritability. 6. Add magnesium-rich foods. Magnesium calms the nervous system. 7. Create small, calm moments through the day. Breathing, short walks, stretching, your nervous system responds instantly. Unpredictable mood swings are often the first whisper from your hormones, long before bigger symptoms develop. They signal shifting estrogen, dropping progesterone, rising cortisol, or unstable blood sugar. When you support your body with balanced meals, better sleep, and lower stress habits, your emotional rhythm becomes calmer, clearer, and far more stable. 3. Low progesterone, the calmness hormone that drops first. If you feel unusually emotional before your period. If falling asleep suddenly becomes harder. If your cycle is getting shorter, or PMS is hitting harder than ever. These are some of the earliest signs of low progesterone, and most women mistake them for stress, moodiness, or just getting older. Progesterone is one of the first hormones to shift when your system becomes imbalanced, and because it's your body's natural calming, soothing, stabilizing hormone, the symptoms show up quickly and loudly. Why progesterone drops so easily? Progesterone is only produced after ovulation. So if ovulation becomes weak, inconsistent, or delayed, progesterone drops immediately. Here's why this happens so often. 1. Stress blocks ovulation. High cortisol tells your brain to pause reproduction. No ovulation equals low progesterone. This leads to anxiety, irritability, crying easily, PMS intensifying, spotting before your period, restless sleep. Women often think, why am I so emotional lately? The answer is usually progesterone. 2. Blood sugar instability. Crashes and spikes in glucose affect the brain-ovary connection. When your blood sugar swings, ovulation becomes inconsistent. Progesterone drops. 3. Undereating or overexercising. Your body needs adequate fuel to ovulate. If you're eating too little, especially during busy weeks, your body shuts down progesterone production to conserve energy. 4. Perimenopause changes. From about age 35 plus, natural ovulation becomes less frequent. Even if cycles look normal, progesterone may be declining quietly. Early symptoms of low progesterone. These are some of the most overlooked yet clearest hormone imbalance signals. Difficulty falling or staying asleep. Feeling on edge or anxious before your period. Shorter cycles, less than 26 days. Spotting before your period. Mood swings, irritability, heightened sensitivity to stress. Breast tenderness, headaches during PMS week. Lower back tension, sudden cravings. If you ignore these signs, the imbalance tends to grow stronger each month. How low progesterone affects your whole body. Progesterone isn't only about fertility, It regulates your entire emotional and physical rhythm. Mood. Progesterone increases GABA, your brain's calming neurotransmitter. Low levels equals more anxiety, overthinking, irritability. Sleep. Progesterone promotes deep restorative sleep. Low levels equals restless, light sleep, waking between 2 and 4 a.m. Stress response. Progesterone buffers cortisol. Low levels equals stress feels heavier and more overwhelming. Cycle regularity. Low progesterone often causes early or unpredictable bleeding. PMS intensity. Without progesterone balancing estrogen, PMS symptoms become amplified. Doctor-approved ways to support progesterone. Naturally. You can't directly eat progesterone, but you can create the conditions your body needs to produce it. 1. Reduce daily stress. 5 minutes of slow breathing, grounding, or stretching protects ovulation more than most supplements. 2. Prioritize sleep. Aim for consistent bedtime routines. Progesterone depends on good sleep. 3. Eat enough through the day. Skipping meals or dieting lowers progesterone quickly. Focus on protein plus fiber plus healthy fats. 4. Add magnesium-rich foods. Magnesium supports ovulation and reduces PMS symptoms. Sources: pumpkin seeds, spinach, almonds, beans. 5. Avoid excessive HIIT or cardio. Too much high-intensity exercise spikes cortisol and weakens ovulation. 6. Support your thyroid. The thyroid regulates ovulation. Eat iodine in safe amounts, selenium, and adequate protein. Low progesterone is one of the earliest and most common hormonal imbalances in women, and the symptoms show up long before lab tests do. When you support your stress levels, sleep, fuel intake, and thyroid health, your progesterone naturally rises, helping you feel calmer, sleep better, and experience more predictable cycles again. 4. Sleep changes. When your hormones disrupt your nights. If you suddenly wake at 2 to 4 a.m., wide awake. If falling asleep feels harder than it used to, or if you wake up feeling tired even after sleeping, your hormones are likely involved, especially cortisol, progesterone, estrogen, and melatonin. Sleep problems are one of the earliest and most overlooked signs of hormonal imbalance in women. And the truth is, your sleep isn't broken, your hormones are sending early warnings. Why hormones influence your sleep so strongly. Your sleep cycle depends on 3 major hormones: progesterone, calming, sleep promoting. Estrogen supports REM sleep and temperature control. Melatonin regulates the sleep-wake rhythm. When any of these hormones shift, which happens with stress, PMS, perimenopause, PCOS, or thyroid issues, sleep becomes disrupted, even if you've had perfect sleep habits your whole life. 1. Low progesterone makes your brain more alert at night. Progesterone acts like your natural relaxation hormone. When levels drop, falling asleep takes longer. Anxiety increases at bedtime. Muscles feel tense. You wake more easily. PMS gets worse. This usually shows up a week before your period or anytime ovulation is weak. 2. Estrogen swings affect temperature and REM sleep. Estrogen helps regulate your internal thermostat. When levels fluctuate, you may experience night sweats, overheating in bed, vivid dreams, shallow REM sleep, multiple awakenings. If you feel hot at night, even in a cool room, estrogen is often the cause. 3. High cortisol interrupts deep sleep. Stress hormones should be low at night, but when cortisol rises due to overthinking, late-night scrolling, skipping meals, caffeine, long-term stress, it becomes harder to fall asleep and stay asleep. High cortisol creates wired but tired nights. 4. Blood sugar dips. Wake you at 2 to 4 a.m. If dinner was too small, too early, or too high in carbs without protein, your blood sugar may crash at night. Your body responds by releasing adrenaline, sudden wake-up, heat or anxiety, difficulty falling back asleep. This is one of the most common causes of early morning awakenings. 5. Thyroid changes affect sleep quality. Both low and high thyroid activity impact sleep. Low thyroid, fatigue, heaviness, poor quality sleep. High thyroid, anxiety, restlessness, nighttime wakefulness. Many women mistake thyroid-driven sleep issues for stress. Signs your sleep problems are hormonal. Look for these patterns: waking between 2 and 4 a.m., trouble falling asleep before your period, feeling hot at night, restless sleep on stressful days, waking up tired, vivid or emotional dreams, sleep worsening after 40. These are hormonal signatures, not personality traits. How to improve sleep when hormones are off. 1. Eat a balanced dinner, protein plus fiber plus healthy fat. Prevents nighttime crashes. 2. Add a calming bedtime routine. Dim lights, warm shower, stretching, slow breathing. 3. Limit screens 1 hour before bed. Blue light suppresses melatonin. 4. Reduce caffeine after 2 p.m. Prevents evening cortisol spikes. 5. Maintain a cool sleeping environment. Helps regulate temperature fluctuations. 6. Add magnesium-rich foods at night. Helps muscles relax and supports deeper sleep. Sleep is one of the first things to change when your hormones shift. Whether it's progesterone dropping, estrogen swinging, cortisol rising, or blood sugar dipping at night, your body sends early sleep signals long before bigger symptoms appear. The good news? Small, consistent nighttime habits can calm your hormones, improve your rest, and help you wake up feeling like yourself again. 5. Unexplained weight changes. When your metabolism is sending hormone warning signals. If you're gaining weight without changing how you eat. If your clothes fit differently even though your habits haven't. Or if you suddenly lose weight without trying. These aren't just age changes. These are early hormone imbalance signs, and most women overlook them until the symptoms become louder. Your metabolism is controlled by a powerful network of hormones: thyroid, insulin, cortisol, estrogen, and progesterone. When even one of these shifts, your weight responds long before lab tests show a problem. Why weight changes happen when hormones shift. Hormonal weight gain or loss is different from lifestyle weight changes. It happens faster, feels more stubborn, and often shows up along with mood swings, cravings, fatigue, or bloating. Here's what's really going on. 1. Estrogen imbalance. Alters fat distribution. When estrogen is high or fluctuating wildly, the body stores more fat around hips, thighs, lower belly. When estrogen is low, fat shifts to the midsection and metabolism slows. Even small estrogen changes can cause noticeable body changes. 2. Low progesterone causes water retention and bloating. When progesterone drops, the body holds more fluid. Women describe this as, "I feel puffy. My stomach looks swollen. I look heavier even though I'm not eating differently." This is hormonal water retention, not weight gain from food. 3. Thyroid slowing. Causes stubborn weight gain. Your thyroid controls how fast you burn calories. When thyroid hormones slow, even slightly, you may notice weight gain despite normal eating. Cold hands and feet, fatigue, constipation, dry skin. These are classic early thyroid changes. 4. Insulin resistance triggers belly fat and cravings. This is one of the earliest signs women ignore. If you experience intense sugar cravings, energy crashes, belly fat that wasn't there before, feeling shaky when hungry, needing snacks to feel normal, your insulin is sending warning signals. 5. Cortisol, stress hormone. Causes midsection weight gain. Chronic stress tells the body to store fat for protection. This leads to belly fat, emotional eating, nighttime cravings, poor sleep, fatigue. If weight collects in your midsection suddenly, cortisol is likely involved. Signs your weight changes are hormone-driven. Watch for these patterns: weight changes without lifestyle changes, weight gain around your period, feeling puffy or swollen, bloating that worsens at night, weight gain around the belly despite eating healthy, cravings before your period, sudden weight loss with anxiety. These are hormone clues, not body failures. How to support healthy hormone-driven weight balance. Small, steady habits make a bigger difference than extreme diets. 1. Build balanced meals, protein plus fiber plus healthy fats. Stabilizes insulin and reduces fat storage. 2. Reduce high-intensity workouts if you feel exhausted. Gentle movement regulates cortisol better. 3. Prioritize sleep. Poor sleep wrecks all major metabolism hormones. 4. Eat enough, don't undereat. Undereating slows thyroid and drops progesterone. 5. Support gut health. A healthier gut improves estrogen balance and reduces inflammation. 6. Manage stress with daily, calm moments. Even 3 to 5 minutes helps lower cortisol. Unexplained weight changes are not about willpower. They're one of the earliest and clearest signs your hormones need support. When estrogen, progesterone, cortisol, thyroid hormones, or insulin shift, your metabolism shows it immediately. By supporting sleep, stress, balanced meals, and gentle movement, you can bring your hormones back into alignment and restore your natural weight rhythm. Your daily hormone balancing routine. When your hormones fall out of balance, the earliest signs show up in small ways: changes in mood, energy, sleep, cravings, or your cycle. These signals may feel random, but they're your body's way of asking for more stability, nourishment, and calm. The good news: you don't need complicated routines or strict diets. A few simple daily habits can gently bring your hormones back into rhythm. Here's a practical, easy-to-follow routine that supports estrogen, progesterone, cortisol, insulin, thyroid hormones, and your nervous system, all at the same time. Morning. Set your 24-hour hormone rhythm. Start your day with stability, not stress. Eat within 60 minutes of waking. This keeps cortisol stable and prevents mid-morning crashes. Reach for protein, fiber, and healthy fats to support blood sugar and mood. Get 5 to 10 minutes of sunlight. It boosts serotonin and regulates melatonin for the night ahead. Avoid coffee on an empty stomach to protect cortisol balance. Midday, protect energy and reduce stress buildup. Your hormones depend on steady rhythms. Eat balanced lunches to prevent cravings and keep insulin stable. Move your body gently, walking, stretching, or light strength work. Take calm breaks. 2 to 3 minutes of slow breathing to reset cortisol. Hydrate well, dehydration signals stress to the body. Evening, support melatonin, recovery, and hormone repair. Nighttime is when your hormones recover. Eat a steady dinner with protein plus vegetables plus healthy fats. Reduce screens 1 hour before bed, protects melatonin, and lowers nighttime cortisol. Create a calming routine. Warm shower, dim lights, journaling, stretching, or slow breathing. Keep your room cool and dark to support deep sleep. Daily gut and inflammation support. Because gut health directly affects estrogen, mood, and PMS. Add fiber, berries, flaxseed, vegetables. Include fermented foods a few times a week. Choose anti-inflammatory swaps like olive oil, greens, salmon, nuts, and turmeric. Your hormones don't need perfection, they need consistency. When you balance stress, blood sugar, sleep, and gut health each day, your hormones become more stable, symptoms soften, and your body returns to a healthier rhythm naturally. Conclusion. When your hormones begin to shift, your body doesn't stay silent. It communicates through small but meaningful signals long before major symptoms appear. Fatigue, irregular cycles, cravings, anxiety, bloating, headaches, brain fog, skin changes, sleep issues, or sudden mood swings aren't random women's problems. They're early warnings that estrogen, progesterone, cortisol, insulin, or your thyroid are drifting out of balance. The good news is that hormonal imbalance is not permanent and not a sign that your body is failing. These signals are simply nudges, reminders that your hormones need steadier habits, calmer routines, and more consistent support. When you stabilize your blood sugar, manage stress, prioritize sleep, eat enough nourishing foods, and listen to your cycle's monthly rhythm, your hormones often respond quickly and positively. Small adjustments can improve everything from mood and energy to digestion and sleep. Your body wants to find balance, and with simple, gentle lifestyle choices, you can help guide it back into harmony. Remember, you don't have to wait for symptoms to get worse. By noticing these early signs, you're already ahead, and your hormones can absolutely rebalance with the right daily support. This video is educational only and not medical advice. If this helped, please like, subscribe, and share. Thanks for watching.